Names have more meaning than anything. They are far more than just labels. They stand for a vital part of who we are. Names carry significant historical, cultural, personal, and familial meaning. They help us identify who we are, how we fit into our communities, and where we stand in the world. My name is Ebube Nwafor. And some might find it complicated or confusing, but I think it's beautiful. Since the day I was born, my name has given me a distinct personality, sent a strong message about who I am and my ethnicity, that I am Black. It's not something I can change. It's my name. No matter how hard I've tried, I've accepted the fact that I will always be different. People will always struggle to say my name, and I will always need to correct them. It's quite sad as both my siblings have normal names, like Nicholas and Kobe, and I have a different one. This is mainly because theirs is English and mine is not. I may see it as being special, but so many people see it as odd or inconvenient. Many instances in various schools I've been to display this. Teachers will struggle to say my name, and constantly I would correct them, saying, "My name's Ebube." Even students in my school. Out of 38 surveyed, 31 said that they had experienced their name being mispronounced by teachers. I even changed the way my name was pronounced to make it easier for people to say. Most struggles, however, came from substitute teachers, who had zero care in the world of getting my name right. They call it out however they wanted, and when I tried correcting them, they'd move on to the next thing. Now, I'm not saying all substitute teachers are like this, but there are so many teachers out there who make children's name a part of their culture and identity, something like an inconvenience. So when I moved to Canada, I changed my name to Daniela. I said it was because it was easier to say, but looking back, I don't think that anymore. I reflected on all the years of people mispronouncing my name, and I realized that maybe I didn't want my name to be mispronounced all the time. I longed to fit into the status quo and not get my name awkwardly pronounced all the time. I longed to be different, normal. So when I found out I was moving to Canada, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to start afresh. A little thing like mispronouncing my name drove me to want to change it completely, almost wiping away my identity. This is how great the power of language can be. It can be used to build or break people. All of this because of one word, phrase, or sentence. I have so many examples of things that were said to me by my teachers, classmates, and friends that seemed harmless at first, but in the long run, chiseled away at my confidence. This is what microaggression can do. Microaggression is the indirect and subtle discrimination against a marginalized group. The subtlety of it can be hard to detect, but this shouldn't change our mindset into thinking, no, this doesn't happen in my school. We treat everyone with respect. We are kind and careful. Because as the great scholar and author Angela Davis once said, in a racist society, it is not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist. This means we must directly fight against racism. You can't fix something if you don't know what's broken. This means first things first, we need to identify what is broken. What is wrong with the words? I remember when I first started my new school. It's natural for me to be excited and ask questions like, what's your name? Where did you live before? And how did you like Canada? My experience, however, was not like this. I was having a conversation with a teacher, and they asked me, where are you from? I answered simply, England, because that's where I lived most of my life. To my surprise, they asked the question again, where are you from? Not knowing what to say, I answered Canada. But still they persisted. Where are you really from? No. Finally understanding the question, I answered Nigeria. Let's analyze the scenario. Where are you really from? This phrase has been said to me countless times, but what is its true meaning? When the teacher asked me this, I knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted to know where I was born because something made them feel like I couldn't be from Canada or England. And this made me feel isolated and alienated. This phrase could have been harmless if one was taken out. Really. And really is added. It changes it from being someone wanting to know about your culture to an interrogation about your identity, as if it is false. This then becomes microaggressive, because what other reason would the teacher have for making me feel like I don't belong? like I had to conform because something made them feel like I couldn't be from England or Canada. None. Simply because of the way I might look, sound, or my name. Something that's meant to be worn proudly as a medal, now being used to make me feel like I don't belong. This is what covert racism can do through microaggressive and stereotypical phrases. It can be used to hurt people, and make people feel like they don't belong. The examples I've given you today may just seem like a one-time thing, but the truth is, as our world transitions, so does racism. Many people think it's disappearing, but really, it's adapting, hiding in plain sight, making it harder to spot. This type of racism is called covert racism. Covert racism is subtle and disguised, rather than obvious, public and obvious. My experiences showcase how names, something that should be worn proudly as medals, is being used to detect who does not belong. You all must be thinking, why does this matter? Well, we're standing in a school, a place that's meant to be safe, steady, and controlled. But with covert racism roaming the halls, children feel unsafe and unsecure. The fact is that my experiences aren't controlled nor isolated. From a HDSB website, it states that 83.33% of children, ranging from grade 9 to grade 12 plus, said that they felt some sort of racism. That's almost all students feeling some sort of racism. This is from schools from Burlington to Halton Hills. We all need to take proactive decisions in fighting against racism. Classrooms and schools need to take precautions in fighting and helping against racism. Here are 4 steps that classrooms can take. Creating anti-racist policies. This is creating policies that directly target racism. This is anti-racism is anti-racism Anti-racism is proactively fighting against racism and opposed to not doing anything. In fact, from UBC University, more than half of Canadian high schoolers reported that they had seen a child being racially abused because of their differences. And this is all because they didn't do anything. Creating these policies will help promote and fight against racism, as opposed to not doing it. Hiring a wider range of staff. This helps because then children feel like they have someone to talk to who's relatable. If a school is one majority of race, children might not get the chance to learn about other cultures and identities, and this can lead to misunderstanding and also relying on stereotypes. Teaching more culturally responsive content. This is teaching content that shows the diversity and culture of multiple people throughout history. This is also reading books that illustrate more than one person's point of view. In fact, from the UBC, a disturbing amount of children reported that they had learned little to nothing about the major events in Canadian history. It is very important and necessary to learn about these things because we're surrounded by diversity and it's important to embrace one another's culture. And lastly, creating no tolerance policies. This is creating policies that don't tolerate racism. We should be able to identify clear precautions and actions and consequences for things that happen that are racist towards others. There should be clear consequences so that people know what is right and what is wrong. These 4 steps are things that schools can take to be able to help fight against covert racism in schools and classrooms. But you all may be thinking, what can I do? Well, I'm here to tell you that every single one of you can do one thing to help fight against covert racism with these 4 things: awareness, bravery, extension, and most importantly, knowledgeable. You can rearrange this to form an acronym, BEAK. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of this. I wouldn't expect you have, because I made it up. While it's not said by someone famous or well-known, it still carries a great meaning. We must be brave and stand up to whoever is being racist towards us and say that we're not going to take it. We must extend to the people around us, people that care about us, to our teachers, our parents, our siblings, or anyone else who think will help you fight against this. We must be aware of our surroundings and anything that might be racist towards the people. And lastly, we must be knowledgeable about the things that we say and do. We must be able to analyze the things that we say and do before they come out. And if something does leak out, we must be able to recognize and apologize. These steps are key in fighting against racism. I want to leave you all today knowing that there are infinite ways in fighting against covert racism, and that together we can fight against it by standing up to the people who are racist towards us, admiring our differences, your hair, your skin, your eye color, and anything else that makes you special, proudly, like the medal it is. I want to leave you all today remembering to be infinitely kind, knowledgeable, brave, and kind. Thank you.